Hi Hannah, my name is Duncan, and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. You probably already have a good idea of why we asked you here, but let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website that we're working on so we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about an hour. This one won't do that. Okay. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the site, not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the one place today where you don't have to worry about making mistakes. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry that you're going to hurt our feelings. We're doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them to help. But if you still have questions at the end when we're done, I'll try to answer them. If you need a break at any point, just let me know. You may have noticed the microphone. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen in our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except the people working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. Also, there are a few people from the web design team that will observe this session later. If you would, I'm going to ask you to sign a simple permission form for us. It just says that we have your permission to record you and that the recording will only be seen by people working on the project. Thank you. Alright. We also sent you a non-disclosure agreement that says you won't talk to anybody about what we're showing you today since it hasn't been made public yet. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Before we look at the site, I'd like to ask you just a few quick questions. First, what's your occupation? What do you do all day?
Work at a restaurant.
You work at a restaurant. Okay. Now, roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say you spend using the internet, including web browsing and email at work and at home?
10.
10 hours a week?
Maybe more.
Sounds good. Okay. What's the split between email and browsing that you'd say?
Mostly just internet browsing.
Okay. Like 90%?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What kind of sites are you looking at when you browse the web?
Netflix.
Netflix.
A little bit of Hulu.
Yeah. So TV watching sites?
Yep.
Perfect. Do you have any favorite websites?
Netflix.
Netflix. Perfect. Okay, great. We're done with the questions and we can start looking at things. Okay. You can go ahead and click Final. Yep. Thank you. Alright. First, I'm going to ask you to look at this page and tell me what you make of it. What strikes you about it, whose site you think it is, what you can do here, and what it's for. Just look around and do a little narrative. You can scroll if you want to, but don't click on anything yet.
Looks like a TV watching site.
Okay.
I would presume.
Mm-hmm.
I like that the background is changing, and I think it shows what shows you can watch on this site. So that's helpful.
Cool. Cool. Thanks. Now I'm going to ask you to try doing some specific tasks. I'm going to read each one out loud and give you a printed copy. I'm also going to ask you to do these things without using search. We'll learn a lot more about how the site works that way. And again, as much as possible, it will help us if you can try to think out loud as you're going along. Okay, here's the first task. Customize the generator to choose between Always Sunny and Rick and Morty.
There's a button that says Customize Generator, so click that.
Cool.
And then...
So we need Always Sunny and Rick and Morty.
And just click the two of the ones you want and hit Submit.
Okay.
And it didn't work.
So you did it though, so that's accurate. The site is still under construction, which is why that just happened. But as far as we're concerned, you were able to complete the task. So thank you. All right, here's the next one. Add a show to the website.
Okay. There's a button that says add a show.
Yep.
I'm going to click that.
Yep.
And then you enter your email and type a show you want to see.
Yeah.
And what show do I want to see?
What have you been watching lately?
What do you have on here? Let's go Family Guy.
Cool.
And then you hit submit, maybe?
And it's still under construction, so the form needs to be worked on. But you did that pretty much all the way through. All right. Last task is to stop the auto refresh. So you see how that screen is refreshing every 5 seconds in the background?
Yeah.
When you're on the home page is where it refreshes. So just stop that. If you don't want to keep seeing the screen change, what would you do?
There's a button that says stop auto refresh, so I would hit that.
Beautiful. And let's see if it worked. Great. Looks like it's working. Okay. Thank you. That was very helpful. Do you have any questions for me now that we're done?
Nope. I think it's a really great site.
Awesome. Thank you very much.